Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. And we're live. Coming to you live from Central Florida. It's the anti-algorithm art stream. What up, what up? Joe, what do you do? K1, gonna just have to listen to this one. I gotta drive home. Alright. How's the volume? Folks, y'all hear me good? Sound good? Soup for the soup guy. What up, Blood Rain? What it do? What's going on, folks? Got some Bloodborne lo-fi beats playing in the background. I figure it's fitting if we're going to be doing some vampire stuff, you know? Volume's good? Alright. Good to know, folks. Good to know. What y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? Anybody got any anything interesting happened to y'all today? So the last couple nights I've been doodling, redoing the old vampire demon lord Veldrith. So we gotta do his dragon form. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do the dragon form. We gotta update it. So you can see my rough sketch here from last night. So this is where we left off at. So I'm picking up from here. Joe, are you doodling anything right now, dude? You up to any shenanigans? Just make sure I got my size right here. Yeah, so I decided, so the original look was this, which is a little bit more demonic and everything, right? But I wanted to go more classical vampire themed, so this is the current state of old Veldrith. Obviously, it's still rough right now. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit, but that's how he's looking. Real cute-like, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say, folks? And yeah, so we're doing the dragon form. And what I wanted to do with his dragon form was make it a little bit more like creepy and bat-like. So you see this one. This one I like, but I wasn't satisfied with it, you know? I wanted to lean more into the bat vibes. So this is what we're working with now. That dragon is awesome, man. Thanks, sketching and drawing. Thanks. It's like a vampire. That's exactly what it is. It's a vampire dragon. So, for Kolgarath lore, Veldrith is he's a demon who came to the world of Kolgarath and introduced blood magic to the mortals of the world. So, and the dragon form here. This is like his true form, his blood god form. I don't remember. Did I make a video about Veldrith? I can't remember if I did a video or if it was just like a live stream where I talked about him. I don't even remember. It's been so long. I can't remember what I've told y'all and when I haven't. That's the problem. Because I work on so many things that I don't share with y'all, and I'm constantly changing things. Sometimes it makes it hard where I'm like, did I tell them about any of this stuff beforehand? Am I just imagining I did? Was it just something I posted on Instagram? So I can't remember if I think, didn't I have a video where I talked a little bit about Veldrith? I think I did. I could have sworn that I did. It was a while ago. Is this one of those dragon gods? No. So, he's from a whole separate realm. He's from the demons, their realm, their world. They have a separate world from Kolgarath. And they're basically like invasive species, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. They're making their way over to Kolgarath because you got a lot of demons want to take over, you know. So, and he's just one of them. Is a form of him accessible at any time, or is it at full strength? It's definitely not something that. So he's kind of like arrogant, right? He thinks he's like, you know, better than all the mortals of the world and everything. So he doesn't really think he needs to even use this true form. You know, he thinks that, you know, most living things are beneath him. So it's kind of just like you know, I don't even need to use my full power type of thing. If it was a boss fight, it'd be like the third phase of a boss fight. You know, you fight him a couple times, and you're like, oh, we beat the boss, guys, we did it. You know, it took a lot of time, it took a lot of attempts, and we died a lot, but we finally beat him. And then third phase comes in, transforms, and you're like, ah, shit, here we go again. Here we go again. It's not over yet. Yeah, the kind of I'm above everyone feeling is very common in both dragons and vampires, so it makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Prideful beings, aren't they? What do you think was one of your most difficult designs? I don't know if I'd really say any design's difficult. It's it's just like a matter of how long it takes you to kind of put the pieces together till it finally, you know, lands. Yeah, I wouldn't even know what I would say would be like the most difficult. So I don't know if I would even really say art is something that's difficult. It's just something you got to keep working through, because it's like it's not hard to hold a pencil and just, you know, make lines and all that kind of stuff. It's just more a matter of kind of problem solving. Yeah. It's always easier when you have a clearer vision in mind. That's probably like the most important thing in terms of, you know, how long something's going to take you. Like if you don't have that clear of a vision, then it's going to take you longer because you're working through things. You're trying a bunch of different little designs and aspects and all that kind of stuff, testing things out, you know, going through iteration after iteration. So it's just mainly like a matter of just going through the motions over and over and over again until it kind of finally sticks. And then you might draw something and you think it's really cool at that point, and then a month later you're like, I need to change it up. It's not good anymore. I'm looking at it, I see things I want to switch. So and you go and adjust. Make your adjustments. Looking back at old art is always fun because you can see how far you've come. Yep, exactly. And sometimes, like, you could draw something from like a long time ago and like totally forget you ever did it, and you can stumble upon it again, and then you never know. Like, you might look back and like, damn, I was cooking. I was cooking that time when I drew that, you know. So sometimes you'll look back and you're like, damn, that was shit. Like, that was, what was I thinking? I could have done this better, this better, this better. This should have been like this. And other times you're like, you know what? It actually did turn out pretty well, and maybe I like it more now than I did originally. So you never know. It's always ebbs and flows. What do you think about hyper-realistic world building / evolutionary possible world building? I think it's cool if that's the route you want to go with. It's not my thing. You know, I've always been a fantasy guy, you know? Fantasy over realism or fantasy over like sci-fi. I like medieval. I just like stuff from the past, you know? I romanticize the past. So that magic's cool. So that's just my preference, you know. Different strokes for different folks. What you making? We're making a dragon, dude. We're making a dragon. Vampire dragon. Not just any dragon, but a vampire one. Yes, Joe, it is. It is the vampire dragon. We're redoing it, dude. We're redoing it. See, now homie's got, you know, a little bit of loincloth. You know, he's got some clothing on now. It's not butt-ass naked anymore. We're finally settling in on the design, you know. I'm trying to fully flesh out all my characters. Down with the algorithm. Down with it. Burn it down. Burn it down. Yeah, we ain't doing the fast-paced, clickbaity stuff like that. We're just, you know, keeping it old school, you know? We're just vibing, we're chilling. No TikTok brain stuff here. Long form, watching the process. What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets, but enough talk. Have at you. Have at you. Have at you. Since we're doing a vampire dragon, what's some of y'all's favorite vampire movies? Let's talk some movies and shows and stuff, guys. Or just like your favorite vampire books, movies, games, whatever. Your favorite vampire IPs. What are some of y'all's faves? So I love me some vampires. I love all the classic monster stuff. Vampires, werewolves, mummies. Frankenstein. I watched Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein a couple weeks ago. It was really good. Is that it? His hand's a little crooked here. The angle of it. Van Helsing, classic. Castlevania, dope also. Good choices. Van Helsing mostly for the werewolf design. I like the vampires and the werewolf designs, but definitely the best werewolf designs in my opinion. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Which is Symphony of the Night? Is that one of the games or is it a show? Because I know they had the anime. I know the Castlevania anime. I watched the first season. I think I watched the second season. I don't remember how many seasons there were. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman. That's a classic. It's a good one as well. I like Nosferatu, the new one. That one was badass too. I thought it was a really good vampire flick. You know, it was like back to like what vampires used to be. It's like just like straight up like demonic possession stuff. Did y'all ever play Castlevania Lords of Shadow? That was a badass game. I wish they would do like a remaster of that or something. I love that game. It's so good. I didn't play the second one though. And what's that, I noticed that one, was it Dawn, something like Dawn Walker? There's a vampire game coming out soon. I think it's by the same studio that did the Witcher games. Blood of the Dawn Walker or something, I think it's called. Anti-algorithm art stream, best name. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to name it that. Because it's not like this is something that the algorithm's going to boost, you know? So, might as well have some fun with it, you know? How many capital cities, big countries, factions is good for world building? I think 4 to 5 for you probs. Depends on how big your world is, how in-depth you want to get. I don't think there's really an answer. It's kind of up to you, how detailed you want to get. That's like the last thing I'll be doing with my world, is like all the... going more into all the kingdoms and the towns and the cities and the... like the history of the world and all the conflicts and wars and all that kind of stuff. Right now my main goal is trying to finish up most of the characters I want to get done, while simultaneously still knocking out creatures every now and again, because you know, gotta post the creature stuff for the art channel here, because that's like my main thing, obviously. So I gotta still always every now and again be like, okay, I gotta get some creature design stuff too. So that's what the people want. Gotta give the people what they want. So just trying to juggle and manage everything I do. But number one priority for me with my world building stuff is to finish my characters. Because honestly, I think I like designing characters more so than creatures. Just because like the characters, that's like, they're an original thing. There's one of them. Creatures, you know, it's one of a bunch of whatever in a whole species. So plus, you know, you can mess around a lot more with their designs because of clothing and all these themes and stuff you can use and all that jazz, you know. As a gag, you should do a chicken monster. Like a dragon chicken. A big old dragon chicken. Or just a oversized dinosaur chicken. Although you got a Monster Hunter, we got Chemistries though, so we you got the we already got a Dino chicken like that, so I'd have to go a different route. Got caught up trying to help with the game and sideline stuff. Yeah, that's how it always is. You got to balance, I'm over here. I work multiple jobs. I'm doing my freelance stuff, working for clients. I got to knock that stuff out. Then I got my own personal stuff I want to do, and then I got stuff I got to do for YouTube. So it's always bouncing around, trying to distribute as much as I can, kind of evenly, and never do one thing too much. One of your friends is developing a video game? Nice. Yeah, honestly, my grand plan, or my like top of the level goal that I want to achieve with this would be to make my own game with my world building stuff. But that'd be much later down the line. First of all, I gotta get all most of the world building done. And all that good stuff. And then maybe eventually. We'll be able to do some video game stuff. Does anybody actually enjoy drawing wings? 'Cause I really don't. I do not like drawing wings. I'd rather draw hands than wings. Depends on what kind of wings. It's fun to make cool patterns. Yeah, it can be, but then like drawing these were fun because I had it on the symmetry thing, so I only had to draw one. Plus they're folded, so it's easy. Like coming up with like cool patterns and stuff, yeah. But I don't know. Anytime I get to the wings, I'm just like, I don't want to draw these stupid things. Hands are annoying to draw. I mean, yeah, they're not fun either. The problem, like a lot of times I would have when I was drawing, is like on hands or hands, feet, things like that that most people, you know, find to be more difficult. A lot of times, like, they're difficult because, like, you just don't sit and really think the process through. At least that's how it was with me, where I just kind of just like I don't really like pay attention to like what I'm doing. So then like the hands will turn out looking like shit. But if like you actually sit back and you think it through and you remember all your different little knuckles and joints, and you actually like, you know, pay attention, it's actually not too hard to draw them. Yeah, that's the thing. Like even like long appendages, like I like drawing like the little details and like the little tufts of fur or stuff like that, you know, where there's constant little breaks in the design and stuff. Like one big giant shape of stuff I don't like doing. Like look at all these straight lines and stuff. Yuck. You have a hard time with drawing folded wings. Honestly, the only times I really have problems with stuff is just because I just try to always do stuff for my head rather than just like pulling up a reference. And it's like you can save yourself a lot of time just by using a reference. And sometimes I can be really stubborn with that and just be like, nope, I've come too far. I've already started. I can't take the 30 seconds to pull up the reference. I can't do it, guys. I've come too far. It's too late now. What's done is done. There's no going back. Dylan Royer, what it do? What up? What's going on? Why do I keep doing that? I keep angling these dang fingers too much. Stop it. Get some help. I think it's just because of the rough lines underneath were crooked and it's throwing off my vision here. An indie animated pilot. What's your indie about? It's like a short film or something. What genre is it? Draw this behind here real quick just so I can make sure the shape and everything lines up. So chill, I think I'll scribble with you. Join along. Draw a little, hang out. You know, stop the doom scrolling. Pick up a pencil. What's your favorite grunge band? Ooh. I mean, I know a lot of people I like Nirvana, but I wouldn't say they're number one. I like Pearl Jam. I've always liked Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder. That's that guy. Would you classify? I guess you can classify. Oh, Alice in Chains is good. Would you classify? I think you'd classify what Audio Slave as grunge, right? Chris Cornell, he's one of my favorite frontmen of all time. It's about heroes in the modern times in the galaxy far, far away called the Royer Universe. In a galaxy far, far away. Oh yeah, that's right, guys. Isn't it it's Revenge of the Fifth today? Star Wars fans. I've never been the biggest Star Wars guy. I mean, I like it, but I like the original Star Wars stuff the most. Not as big into the Disney Star Wars. Did you do anything for Star Wars Day yesterday? No, I did not. I worked. That's what I did. I worked, and then I drew. I worked, got home, ate, showered, took care of Peach, and then I worked more. That's typically how my days are always. What's y'all's favorite Star Wars movie? How about that, since we're on the topic? Or you know what? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Or at least maybe your top three. Top three favorite Star Wars characters. When I was a kid, my favorite was Jabba the Hutt. I was a Jabba the Hutt guy. I would rent that one all the time. Episode 6 now, but it used to be episode 3. Back in the old days. Darth Maul's one of my favorites. General Grievous, although they nerfed him. I'll never get over that. General Grievous was a badass in the Clone Wars cartoon. That was the first time I was ever introduced to him. I was like, oh, this is my guy. And then they turned him into, this coughing, coward. So it killed it a little bit for me, my boy Grievous. But in case you can't tell, I like all the villains. All the villains are the coolest, in my opinion. Although as an adult, I like Han Solo a lot. I will say that. When I was a kid, especially, it was just, who's the most cool looking monstrous alien type of thing, and that's who I like the most. What you drawing? We're drawing a vampire dragon. Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Windu. Mace Windu. With the iconic purple lightsaber. Old Samuel Jackson. Your husband's pretty into the OG Star Wars. He has the original release of the first film on VHS. Nice. Hey, that's legit. The old VHSs, that's the way to go. Yeah, the original trilogy is iconic. That's stands the test of time. Boom, boom. Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, and Return of the Jedi is your top 3. Oh, aren't they making they're making a Star Wars like pod racer game, aren't they? That actually looks pretty good. Oh, also, I remember Phantom Menace. Y'all remember, since we're talking about the pod racing, the what was his name? Sebulba? I think that was his name, right? Let me check it real quick. Sebulba. Yeah. So in Phantom Menace, or whatever, he was one of my favorite characters. Again, another asshole alien. Another villainous alien. Sebulba. So y'all can have the lame humans, alright? I want the cool creature characters. Let's change this music up. Let's change this whole music. Let's see. There's some Zelda lo-fi. Too high up. Bring it down. Is Vildrith a true dragon, or is he a mix between... Technically, he's just a demon. He's not even from Kolgorath. So, I mean, technically he'd be like an alien, you know, but... Aliens, demons... Just different labels for the same thing. What's your top favorite Star Wars film? Probably still Episode 6. Although I wouldn't say it's the best. I mean, most people say Episode 5 is like the consensus best Star Wars film, and it probably, probably is the best. But although I don't know, even the original one. I'm trying to think. And then for the between, what was it, Phantom Menace? Was the second one called Clone Wars, or was it called Clone Wars? Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith? Is that what the second one was called? I had to go back and watch those. I mean, I liked them when I was a kid, but obviously when you're a kid, your scope of what's good and what's not is very, You know, you don't really have much standards. You don't know any better. But what are the new ones? Probably for all the new ones, the only Rogue One is definitely the best of any of the Disney Star Wars films. Because that one actually feels like it fits in with like the original films. It kind of has that same vibe to it. And it was directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Godzilla 2014, by the way. And I just like his style of directing. He's got very Spielberg style, which I think fits well with Star Wars. It's kind of got that more classic vibe to it. And I like the old school, folks. I like the old school stuff. Do you watch anime? Not really anymore. I used to watch a bunch. I forgot how many animes I used to watch growing up. But a lot of it was just because of like Toonami or like Adult Swim and stuff. Just middle of the night when I was like a little kid. Just whatever random. Half of them I don't even remember the names of them. But I would just watch anime all the time. But obviously the go-to is like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Those are like the main ones. I'd watch a little bit of Gundam. What other ones did I used to watch? I'm trying to think like the main ones. It was, I guess, Zoids, right? Zoids counts as an anime. I liked Zoids. In your opinion, Attack of the Clones is the weakest of the prequel trilogy, and The Empire Strikes Back was also weak in your opinion. Not bad, just not your favorite. Yeah, I think most people say Clones is the weakest of the prequel, and I think most people think for the prequel trilogy that Revenge of the Sith is the best. I mean, you get Anakin transforming into Darth Vader, and it's pretty badass. Plus, you get the iconic Obi-Wan versus Anakin fight scene. I mean, that kind of holds the test of time, especially the soundtrack to it. What's the name of the soundtrack to that battle? It's so good, dude. It's like one of the best. May the Lord bless your day. Thank you, Ruko, and to you as well. And we're back. You always come back. Nice. Always come back. Duel of Fates, yeah. Duel of Fates, dude. Duel of Fates. Who did the soundtrack for Star Wars prequel trilogy? Who was the Composer. John Williams. Okay. Yeah, Duel of Fates, bro. So good. What do y'all think about the Dune movies? Because in my opinion, those are like nowadays those are the top sci-fi films. That's replaced Star Wars in my opinion. For like current age, I don't think Star Wars is anywhere near the quality that those Dune films are. And I really like them because of the soundtrack's great, cinematography is top notch. I never read the books or anything. Honestly, I never read any of the books for any of this stuff. I'm not like a purist, so I can't tell you what's accurate and what's not. But I think the films are pretty dope. The Great Box of Socks. What's good? Did you change your name? Didn't it just used to be Box of Socks? Did you just give yourself the title of the Great? The Great One? Speaking of which, what if Monster Hunter Wilds brought back the Deviants? Have you thought? Oh, dude, I wish they'd bring back the Deviants. When are they? I wonder when they're gonna show, when they're gonna reveal the trailer for the expansion for Wilds. Draconis, what up? That would not be the case if Disney can get their grubby mitts on George. Well, here's the thing. George Lucas is the one who sold out, right? I mean, in the day, he gave up his baby, so it's kind of like, you know, granted, it's like I remember I was watching a bunch of stuff on it, like he gave them like a whole blueprint of you know, stories or just lore, things that they should follow, and they just kind of tossed it away. So I feel for the OG fans who are like, dude, they totally shit on all like the lore and all that, because it's like you spend your whole life investing in a world created by somebody and what they established, and then somebody else comes along and they're just like, oh no, everything you loved. Yeah, we're just gonna we think we know better, so screw all that. Screw the stuff that you invested all your money and time in. We don't care about you. We only care about getting other people to fork over their money for this franchise now. Not the people who made it what it is, you know. Not the people who are responsible for helping it become this classic, you know, giant franchise. Screw them, you know. All right, that should be good with the old line art. Let's do some coloring, you know. Let's do some coloring here, folks. Should draw the orcs and trolls fighting. It has been great since the start. You lying. You're lying. You ain't fooling nobody. Any of y'all Lord of the Rings fans in here? What do you think about this new Hunt for Gollum movie or whatever they're doing? I think they're doing it like 2 parts also. I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's any good, but it's another franchise I wish they would stop milking. I wish we'd get some more. We should go back to getting some like original stuff, like create some new IPs, man. Do not accuse me of falsehoods. They're doing a movie on hunting Gollum. I think they're very skeptical on it. Yeah, I think it's called The Hunt for Gollum, and I think let me see. The Hunt for Lord of the Rings 2027. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do. I don't know if they're doing 2 parts or not. But obviously, oh, it's being direct. So Andy Serkis is directing it, but Peter Jackson's still producing it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I like Gollum. Although when I was a kid, bro, Gollum scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I remember the first time. I forget what movie we were in the theaters, but it was when they showed revealed the first trailer for the Two Towers, and I specifically remember the trailer. It's at the scene in the very beginning when it's night, and it's the cliffside where you have Frodo and Sam sleeping, and Gollum's climbing down, and you see his decrepit, creepy ass just with his voice. Oh, dude, that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, man. Like, imagine that. Imagine him crawling down while you're sleeping, just hovering over you with his big old bug eyes and his gross little fingers touching me. Boy, I'd stomp that fool out. I wanted to kick the shit out of Gollum. Have you seen the Mortal Kombat 2 movie trailer? Yes, that and the Street Fighter trailer. I've seen both of them. Like, movies like that, like, you gotta take them for what they are. Like, they're supposed to be silly and campy and stuff, so it's like you gotta go in not expecting like a critically good film, you know? It's just something that you gotta. It's like a fan service type of film, you know? It's just supposed to be just something fun. So, I mean, they're not movies I would go to theaters to spend money on, but I'll watch them when they come to like streaming or something. Horror movies are known for milking their IPs. Yeah, like what's the which is like the main horror franchise where they've The Conjuring? Is it The Conjuring is the one where they've got a bunch of them? Isn't that one where there's like tons of different films all connected to one another? I'm gonna lie, I'm not the biggest in like horror films. I like them when they're more like big shocker when they have some sort of cool creature or something like that. Or not necessarily like over the top horror, like I really like It with Pennywise. I like stuff like that. Where it's not like it's super scary, but it's just got this cool sort of creepy characters and stuff. But I don't want I'm not big into like Saw stuff, like anything where there's like a bunch of like human torture and mutilation. I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch that shit. Like I don't enjoy watching people getting mutilated. Like that's not fucking enjoyable to me. Bum bum bum. I need to buy a new little nib for my Apple Pencil. That thing's dull. That thing's dull, man. It's got some mileage on it. I think Zelda has some of my favorite video game music of all time. I never get tired of their soundtracks. Although Final Fantasy's up there too, though. If they announce a new expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds, I really hope you can do Pokemon Monster Hunter and Legend of Zelda bosses as Monster Hunter monsters or Soulsborne, like Bale. Souls, ooh. Doing Souls bosses as? That might be tough. I'd have to think about how I could do that. Yeah, what's like a big upcoming, like is Summer Games Fest or something? I wonder when they're going to announce it. If it's going to be in like a Sony State of Play. Do they normally do Monster Hunter for like Sony stuff? Or do they do it for like the big shows like the Game Awards or the Summer Games Fest? Or though, no, Capcom does their own. They usually do their own little streams of upcoming titles and stuff. I wonder if they're gonna do it like that or what. It's got to be coming soon though, right? It's like, how long has Monster Hunter Wilds been out for? It's been over a year, right? Let's see. Monster Hunter Wilds. It came out, yeah, February 28th, 2025. Dang, man. Over a year ago. Afterman by Dougal Dixon? What is that? What is Afterman? Never heard of it. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What texture did I use for that? Is it this one? Probably. Blood stains. Blood stains on the claws. It's a book about the day with humans are gone with animals involved for a million years in the future. Huh. Draw your entire profile picture? What is your profile picture? Darky the ultimate god. Bum, 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 bum. I guess we can do the old feet, have some blood splattered, and I guess the big wings as well. They all get blood. Blood for everyone. Nails. Your chat's not showing? Yo, how do you do that font? Whoa. That's trippy. It's like blurry almost. Y'all hear that little pig back there snoring? Is it picking up? She's dreaming right now. She's twitching. She's a dreamer, I'll give her that. Yeah, how do you change the font? L3, you don't see the font that Darky's using there? Where he said, my chat's not showing? You don't see that? It's literally like a different font. How does one achieve this? Witchcraft, that's what it is. Darky's up to some witchcraft. W Stream. B Mobile. 257. Avatars and the Zordrax. The avatars are gods and the Zordrax are titans. Nice. What's up? How was your 10th nap of the day? How you feeling, Peach? How you feeling? Gave her a little bath today. She's nice and clean. Little clean pup. Ain't that right? You ain't as stinky now. Can I help you? What's up? Is there a problem here, Peach? You got a problem? Something you need to say? Something you need to get off your chest? What is it? What's going on? I'm working over here. See this? Papa's working. See, while you sleep all day and just enjoy your time, I work nonstop. That's what I do. And I take care of you. That's what I do all day. Or you just get pampered and live the dream, you know? She wasn't stinky. Oh no, she gets stinky. Her breath, especially, her breath gets stinky. That stank breath. I try using these little like these little pads you slip over your finger to try and brush their teeth. She like won't ever like she won't open her mouth though when I try to do it. Like all I can get is like the fronts of them. She'll just like lock her jaw. I'm like, all right, fine, and keep that stank breath. Oh, she's messing up my pillows. All right, relax. She's trying to dig a nest over there. Can't see it. Hey, what? What are you doing, nut job? No, what are you doing, psycho? You're not supposed to jump off the bed like that. Oh my God. What are you doing? Alright, now she's in my lap. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. Peach, you gotta settle down. See you, Dylan. Well, I don't know how much longer the stream's gonna be able to go. She's literally sitting on my lap. Just help? No. She just wants attention. Fiji vibe, what up? Looks like a guy turned into a dragon. Well, vampire turned into a dragon. So, you're kind of close. Relax, dog. Relax. Ain't enough room up here, Peach. Little fatty. Little 26-pound dense little pig. You're gonna hit my mic, yo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at this little pig I wrangled, y'all. Look at the little pig I wrangled. Look at her. Look at the pig. Little porky pig. What are you doing, little porker? Here, get back on the bed. Let me finish this real quick, and we'll hang out. Sit down. Stay. Stay. Do not jump. You know to use the ramp. Don't do it. What are you doing? Alright, let's get on the ground. Stop being weird. Stop it. Stop. I don't know what's with you tonight. Relax, Peach. I'm almost done. Playing AC6 right now. Someone give me a build. AC6? What, Assassin's Creed? What is AC6? She have to use a ramp because she's little, and jumping off of a high bed is going to destroy her hips and spine. She had a spinal surgery last year. She was paralyzed, so I'm trying to prevent that from happening again because it cost me $10,000. So try to keep her, you know, as grounded as possible and not let her jump around. mecha game? Oh, Armored Core 6. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I never played it, but I watched the playthrough. You need a build? I don't know, dude. I don't know what the builds in Armored Core 6. Do a melee build. Isn't there like energy swords or some shit you can have as an attachment? Do that. Either do that or do a thick build where it's just like tanky, big cannons, long range, little mobility. Only for the left arm? So you can't dual wield with the blades? You can't. Let's I gotta put the highlights in the hair. Let's go over here, go to add. Let's do a bluish hue. An old bluish hue. Not like that though. Definitely conditions his hair, wouldn't y'all say? You know, on a PS4, bro, when are you gonna upgrade to the PS5? Although, I know the prices are up now, right? For PlayStation, PS5, and I know the PS5 Pro is what, like $900 now or some shit. Crazy. I'm surprised Armored Core 6 can run on the PS4. Huh. Here you get a PC when you can. Well, dude, even PCs are... See, I always prefer console gaming because, like, PC, you gotta constantly upgrade them. I don't like doing all that crap. I built this PC, like, 6 years ago, so it's, like, old as dirt now. I'm like, dude, I don't want to... Especially now because all the parts and stuff are expensive now, too. Like, after COVID and everything, all the prices for that crap shot up because everybody was getting into like streaming and making videos and all that kind of stuff. So The demand went way up. When are you gonna get the X2 box? Kinetic or explosive? How much is Armored Core 6 right now? Is it like a big discount or something? I need to start looking and seeing like some of these games if they got some good deals and I can try them out. Because I watched a playthrough for that, but didn't try it out myself. I guess technically this far wing would have the underside exposed, would it not? All right. It's like $30. It's a joke when your teacher said it in class and he was ranting about something. Speaking of Xbox, I wonder, they're supposed to be turning around Microsoft with the Xbox stuff. They brought back that classic looking logo. We'll see how it goes. And you get back to developing some good games, man. I was always an Xbox guy up until basically this past generation. And I went with the PS5. Because ultimately, I'm going to get whatever has the best exclusives. And the PS5 had a lot of good exclusives. Especially like more RPG based stuff. So a little dragon now, man. We did it, y'all. See how it looks like with against the red background. There's a little vampire dragon, guys. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at him. Eventually, I'll do a video going over some of the demons and stuff, and then I'll throw this I'll throw this Giga Chat up in there. You know, we'll go over some Veldra stuff when we cover more of the demons who have invaded the world of Kolgarath. Just under 2 hours, not too bad, right? We did it, folks. We did it. I think the next video I'm gonna do, I think I might just do on the trolls, because I got a few. Obviously, I got Boris up in there, a few other trolls done. So I figure I might as well just crank out the video next for that. So that's probably what I'm gonna be doing next for the world building stuff. Cover the trolls and all that good stuff. Alright, y'all. That's going to be it for this one, folks. Another solid little doodle sesh. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It was fun. Alright, it was fun. We had a good time. You know? I'll give you a color palette. Blacked out, bro. Murder that motherfucker out, dude. Black and then just like a little bit of red somewhere. Just like a slight little bit of red. That's the way to go, bro. Just murdered out, blacked out, dude. Alright? Alright, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. Have a good night.